Confidence. So we should always be confident in nature whenever we are dealing with someone, whenever we are interacting with someone, or whenever we are going for an interview. We should always be confident in nature. We should always be believing in ourselves. When we will be able to believe in ourselves, then only we can achieve anything in the life. Okay, so that is confidence. Goal setting. We should always have the clarity in our mind. What are the goals of ourselves? We should rank the goals. What are the short-term goals? What are the long-term goals? How we have to proceed to fulfill those goals. Okay, so we can say prioritize your goals, which is important, which is least important, and then you have to choose the path to achieve them. Then knowledge. In this changing scenario, in this competitive world, it is a need of time to upgrade yourself time to time. For that, what we can do, we can attend seminars, we can attend training programs, we can attend workshops, so that the knowledge cannot be obsolete. Okay, so we should always focus on upgrading yourself. We should always focus on enhancing the knowledge and skills, so that we can cope up with the competitive scenario. So all these factors are leading toward the self-improvement. Now, why it is important? It is important because it strengthens the mind. It makes the mind stronger. It makes the heart stronger, so that we can focus on the future goals. If our mind, if our heart will not be stable, will not be strong, that we cannot focus on the future aspects. Even we cannot focus on the present also. Okay? So it helps to strengthen the mind and heart. Second, sometimes it happens that bad situations come in our life, and due to those bad conditions, bad situations, what happens? We gain bad experiences, and that bad experiences make us negative in nature, make us a very lethargic kind of personality, very hopeless kind of personality. Okay, so self-improvement, if we believe in self-improvement, then it heals the inner self, so that we can move from negative to positive self. We can analyze the situations in the positive manner rather than the negative. Okay, then it helps such kind of environment then that can improve our level to think. Like, we should not leave the things on tomorrow. We should always focus on doing the things right now, doing the things today itself. Okay, so it helps us to overcome the procrastination also. Then it gives the chance to strengthen the willpower. Okay, so if we will be self-improving, if we are having the control on the senses, if we are having the stability in the emotions, then definitely we can improve our willpower also. And if you are having a strong willpower, you can achieve everything in life. So that's why self-improvement is very important. So in this picture you can see there are a number of key elements, like beat procrastination, adopt a positive attitude, work on your self-discipline, increase your self-esteem and confidence, set goals and a plan to achieve them, learn new skills, overcome your fears, find your purpose in life, identify your weaknesses and work on them, and simple headline. So all these key elements help a person to improve him or her personality, his or her personality. Okay, so procrastination or positive attitude and discipline, all these things make a healthy personality. All these things make a person to beat with the challenges of a situation. Now, next is understanding yourself. Understanding yourself, it is very important to understand yourself. It is very important to understand your capabilities, your strengths, your weaknesses, your threats, so that you can strengthen your strengths and you can overcome your weaknesses. You can improve your capabilities, okay, to do something unique or to become unique personality. So under this, There are two parameters. First is self-concept, that is awareness about self. What do you know about yourself? At what extent do you know about yourself? That is self-concept. And self-esteem means the feelings that you have about yourself. How much do you rate yourself? How much do you love yourself? That is self-esteem. So in detail we'll be studying these parameters. Next is self-concept. So self-concept, as I told you, this is the awareness about the self. You can say it is the image, or it is the idea that we have, it is the perception that we have about ourselves. Like for example, if I am a very confident personality, so I am having the clarity that I am confident. If I am having the phobia of public speaking, then yes, I admit this, that I am having this phobia of public speaking. This is really what we know about ourselves. This is self-concept. Okay? Or we can say कि it is a mental picture that tells about ourselves, how we are physically, socially and emotionally. This is self-concept. And it is always changing. How it is changing? Because we gain new experiences, okay, according to the situations. If we gain bad experiences, we become bad self, or we convert in bad personality or unhealthy personality. If we gain good experiences, we are turning into healthy personality or good personality. So it is always changing. It is not same all the time. Okay? Then multifaceted. It is comprised of many aspects, like it is comprised of our outer appearance, how we look, or how we carry ourselves, okay, and how, at what extent we are mentally stable, okay. Then personality traits, inner traits and outer traits. Then experiences, what kind of experiences we are facing in our life. Social roles, at what extent we understand our roles towards society, towards family, towards peers, okay. Then what are the values and beliefs, at what extent we believe that the values, the good values are inculcating in us, in ourselves. So it is multifaceted. It is comprised of many parameters. It is complex. Why it is complex? Because it is a mixture of positive and negative evaluation. Because sometimes, as I told you earlier, due to bad experiences, sometimes we evaluate ourselves in a negative manner. According to good experiences, sometimes we evaluate ourselves in the positive manner. So it is a complex, okay, structure in nature. It is contextual because it depends upon the situations. If we are facing bad situations, it depends upon our mental status. If we are facing the good situations, if we are getting the appreciation from everywhere, okay, according to that we are converting ourself, or our self is converting into good or positive from negative. Okay? So this is contextual in nature. These are the examples of self-concept. Like, I am intelligent and capable. I am kind and compassionate. I am confident in my abilities. I am a good listener and supportive friend. I am creative and innovative. I am responsible and reliable. I am honest and trustworthy. I am independent and self-reliant. Why I have written all these examples? Because you have heard a saying that if you will say okay, 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 then everything will be okay. If you will say not okay, not okay, not okay, then everything will be not okay. So all is well, all is well, all is well. So everything will be well. All is not well, all is not well, all is not well. So everything will be not well. So always we should be having positive mindset towards ourselves. Okay. So if we are thinking that we are intelligent, we are capable, yes, we will be intelligent and we will be capable. If we are thinking that we are kind-hearted, we are having the capability to listen to the problems of people, and we are very compassionate about others, then yes, our personality will be totally converted into kind and compassionate personality. If you will think that you are confident, if you are thinking that you are having the capabilities, you are having the potentialities, then definitely you will achieve that. If you will think that you are a good listener and you should listen carefully what the people are saying before speaking, then definitely you will develop that skill of listening. Okay, if you think that you are supportive, you have to be supportive, you have to be humble, then definitely you will be humble. Okay, if you will think that you need to create something unique so that the people will follow your plans, people will follow your strategies, and definitely you will be creative one day, you will be innovative one day. Okay, if you will think, or if you will do the effort of being responsible, then definitely one day you will transform your personality from irresponsible to responsible personality, reliable personality. Okay, if you will think that you will be honest, if you have done some mistake, you will be honest to admit that. Okay, if you know that these are the lackings in you, so you have to accept that lacking so that you can work upon those lackings and you can remove them. If you know these are your strengths, so you need to strengthen those strengths. You should not be overconfident, you should not be proud on that. Okay, if you think you are independent, then definitely you will be developing those skills that make you independent, okay, and self-reliant. So I have written all these examples so that we can understand about the self concept. If we are having the awareness about self, then only, if we are having the clarity about self, then only we can improve our personality. Okay, now self concept, we can say social and society, values, beliefs, abilities, goals, all these combinedly comprised or constitute self concept. Our values that we are inculcating in ourselves, that values or beliefs come from the family, from the school, teachers, from the neighbor where we live, from the surroundings. Okay, so from all these sources we are getting the self concept. Society, then goals, whatever goals we have planned for ourselves, that reflects what kind of personality we are. If you are a very laborious kind of person, if you are very hardworking, if you are focused about your priorities, if you are focused about your goals, it reflects your personality. Your abilities, if you are having strong belief in your abilities, then only you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, whatever you aspire to achieve. Okay, now types of self, or we can say component of self. There are 4 self. An American psychologist, Mr. Carl Roger, has given this concept. There are 4 kinds of self. First of all, real self. Real means mirror self. What we are in actual, what we are in real sense. For example, if I am arrogant, that yes, I am arrogant. I am not hiding. I am not showing something other. Okay, this is real self, that we are in actual sense. Transitory self. Transitory means temporary self. Temporary self means the self that a person carries for a specific time of period to achieve something, and after achieving that, specific goal or objective, he or she comes back to the real self. For example, if you try to impress someone, okay, so for that you are showing that you are a very humble person, you are a very sophisticated person, and you are a very open-minded person, you are a very talkative person, okay, but actually you are not. So this is temporary self, transitory self, that you carry for some time period to achieve something. Okay. Then social self. Social self means, as the name is saying, social self. The self that a person carries according to the society. What society wants from you. If you are showing such kind of behavior that is not favorable for the society, sorry, society will not accept you. So we are showing that kind of behavior, that kind of nature in the society that society wants from us. This is social self. We behave or we try to imitate anything that is acceptable by the society. This is social self. Ideal self, as the name is saying, ideal. We try to copy the qualities of the role model or the person we aspire, the person whom we inspire. Okay, the role model can be anyone, any celebrity, any sports personality, your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie, anyone from your society, anyone can be your role model. So we try to copy the qualities, we try to copy the complete personality of that person whom you admire. Okay? This is ideal self. So these selves are very important to understand so that we can distinguish what kind of self we are having. Now, factors influencing the self-concept. Attention, interpretation and decision making, social relations, moral values, ability to cope up with this stress. Attention. So, whenever we are getting attention from everywhere, we are getting appreciation from everywhere, so it reflects in our personality. Our personality becomes healthy personality. We should be having more confidence. Okay, in our personality we should be having more confidence because we are getting the attention from the society. We are getting the attention from the people. Okay, interpretation and decision making. How we are analyzing the situation and how we are interpreting that situation. How we are reacting in a particular situation, and according to that, how we are taking the decisions. Okay, so if you are analyzing the situation in a negative manner, so accordingly you will take the decisions, and if you are analyzing situations in a positive manner, then accordingly you will take the positive decisions. Okay, so the decisions that are taken in hurry-burry, that are taken in a bad situations are always bad, are always unhealthy for your health, for your career, for your growth. Okay, then social relations. At what extent you are having good relations with the society. You have seen many people, they are very interactive in nature, they are very talkative in nature, they are very open in nature, they make the friends very easily, they come in their comfort zone while talking with others very easily. Okay, so we can say if you are having such kind of personality, then definitely you will become an impressive self. Then moral values. What kind of values you are having, that also reflects yourself. From childhood, if you have seen struggle in your life, from childhood if you have seen your parents struggling, your parents fighting, so accordingly you develop yourself. And if you have seen very open environment, your parents are very friendly, your uncle, auntie are very friendly with you, so accordingly you develop yourself. So it depends upon the moral value, it depends upon the belief system that you are inculcating yourself, okay, from childhood to adulthood, at every stage of your life. Okay? Then ability to cope up with this stress. It also reflects yourself, at what extent you are coping with this stress. Some people become hopeless, some people commit suicide when the bad situations come in their life. Okay, so at what extent you are having this strong control on your emotions, that reflects yourself. Okay, so all these factors are influencing the self-concept, the awareness about yourself. So if we are having the awareness about the self, then only we should be working on that. Okay? Now self-esteem. Self-esteem is, as I told you earlier, at what extent you are loving yourself, you are appraising yourself, you are rating yourself, you are liking yourself. It means your likeness towards yourself. Okay? So if you will say, I am beautiful, I am happy personality, I am healthy personality, everything is okay surrounding me. So according to that, your self-esteem will be converted into high self-esteem. Okay? And if you will criticize yourself, if you will underrate yourself, if you will underestimate yourself, then you will develop low self-esteem. Okay? So we can say it is the evaluation of one's success in meeting set goals. Whatever goals you have set in your life, okay, it is the evaluation of that. At what extent you have achieved that. If you will love yourself, then definitely your complete personality will be an impressive personality and you can achieve anything. Okay? Then we can say it is a strong belief that as a person you have value in the world. Means you are considering yourself that yes, the people are giving value to yourself. The people are giving weightage to you. Okay? Then it is not dependent upon what people think of you. Self-esteem reflects the free-mindedness, freedom to do whatever you want to do. The people who are having high self-esteem, they do not bother about what people are saying about them. They are having the freedom to do anything in their life which they like to do. Okay? Some people are having this misconception that the people who are having high self-esteem, they are very selfish in nature, they are very arrogant in nature, they are very egoistic in nature. No. Self-esteem is the degree of love that you do with yourself. Okay? So here you can see the image. A cat is seeing in the mirror, considering herself as a lion. So we should not compare. We should not underrate yourself. Okay? We should not underestimate yourself. We should always rate ourselves as a high, at a high level. Okay? These are some factors that contribute high and low self-esteem. So these are factors that turns the self-esteem into high self-esteem. If a person is being praised by the people, if he or she is getting appreciation, if he or she is getting good compliments from everywhere, okay, so he or she will develop high self-esteem. If you will be listened to everyone, means the people are listening to you, the people are liking to listen your words, then it improves your morale, it enhances your motivation level, and it enhances your self-esteem, and your self-esteem will be high automatically. If you are being spoken to respectfully, if the people are doing, if the people are giving respect to you, okay, if the people are considering you, so it also reflects the high esteem of a person. If you are getting attention, if people are listening you, if people are loving you, if people are considering you, if people are following you, if people are copying your skills, if people are copying your plans, your strategies, your patterns, so it will automatically reflect a person from low esteem to high esteem. Okay? And if you are having trustworthy friends, the friend circle is very important. Okay? It is always said that circle you are having reflects on your qualities, it reflects on your habits. Okay? So if you are having bad habits, if you are having bad personality, it shows that you will be having bad company, you will be having a bad circle or bad environment. Okay? So this is having trustworthy friends and trustworthy environment also contributes towards high esteem. Factors that contributes towards low self-esteem. If continuously you are facing the failures in your life, you're struggling so hard, and the success is not coming in your life, and again and again you are facing the failures in your life, that leads to the low self-esteem in a person. If you are being expected to be perfect all the time by the people, okay, so it generates the pressure on the mind, pressure on the heart. Like, I have to be perfect all the time, I have to be more responsible every time, the people are watching me, the people are expecting from me. So all these high expectations always lead to the low self-esteem. The morale becomes down of a person. If you are being ignored by the people, or the people are making fun of you, that also leads to low confidence, that also leads to low esteem in a person. If you are having physically or mentally harassed or abused, okay, that also reflects the low self-esteem of a person. The morale, the motivation level, the confidence level completely vanished. If you are being criticized by the people, if you are people, then also you are having, or you will develop low self-esteem. So all these factors are contributing low self-esteem. So this is all about the self-esteem. This is the impact of high self-esteem. The people who are having high self-esteem, they are always willing to try new things in their life. They love adventure in their life, okay, and they can cope up in a very good manner, even they are having very work pressure, even they are facing the problems in their life, but still they are having a strong control on their emotions, and they can cope up well under pressure also, okay. Then they are very emotionally stable people. They are having this strong control on their senses, okay. They are having the strong control on their fear, they are having the strong control on their anger, they are having the strong control on their fearlessness, okay, fear, and the people are very confident in nature who are having the high self-esteem, okay. And these kind of people are very open in nature. They are happy to share the ideas, they are happy to share the experiences, because they have always gained good experiences in life. They have always been always gain attention in their life. They have always gain weightage in their life. That is why they are having high self-esteem, and this is the impact of the high esteem people. Now, impact of low esteem. The people who are having low self-esteem, they feel that they are not considered by the people. They feel that they are not given value by the people. People are not loving them. They think like that. They underrate themselves. Okay. Then they are very reluctant to try new things. They are very stuck to the old methods, old methodologies, old patterns. They are not willing to try something new. They are not willing to try something adventurous. Okay. Then they always having struggles in their new and challenging circumstances. Whatever changes are coming in their life, whatever problems are coming in their life, or whatever new environment is coming in their life, they are always having problems. They are always having struggle. They always consider the life as a burden rather than the challenging, rather than the boon. Okay. Then they do not value their own opinions and sensitive to the opinion of others. They do believe what the people are doing, what the people are saying about them. Okay, means they do not value about their opinions, their own opinions. Okay, they do value what the people are talking about. If the people are talking rubbish, they rely on that, and their confidence will be automatically low. Their morale will be automatically low due to the words, due to the comments of the people. Okay, so this is the impact of the people who are having low self-esteem.